I realize the focus today is Selection Sunday later in the evening. I realize that everybody's going to be concerned about filling out their brackets here in the upcoming big dance. But I'll tell you what, from a sports enthusiast perspective, if you're a college basketball junkie, the college conference tournaments that are wrapping up this week, the ones that we've had in all the power BCS conferences this week, they are much more entertaining than anything you will normally see during the big dance. Absolutely more entertaining. And from a gambling perspective, so much easier to win money. But I mean, look at some of the games that you had yesterday. I mean, look at the finish between one of the first games on the board yesterday between Pittsburgh and Virginia. I mean, then you had to have Florida coming back against Tennessee. You had how about the Michigan-Ohio State game? Wolverines lucky to escape with the 3-point win. You go down and you think about New Mexico's upset of San Diego State. You think about UCLA's upset and revenge against Arizona. How about Providence? How about Providence, of all people, coming out and winning the Big East tournament, taking care of business against Creighton? Villanova gets knocked out on the first day on a buzzer beater by Seton Hall. Creighton, everybody thinks, would just walk their way to the tournament title. Didn't happen. I mean, now, from a gambling perspective, however, my theory is this, and it always proves true as far as I'm concerned, that when you have teams playing 3 games in 3 days or 4 games in 4 days, it's great from a gambling perspective, not so great for a team's perspective. Ask St. Bonaventure against St. Joe's yesterday, 3 in 3 days. Ask Baylor as they collapsed late in the closing moments against Iowa State, 4th game in 4 days in the Big 12 title game. Not great for teams, great from gamblers. Because you have patterns, you have tendencies. You are watching teams hitting the floor every single day in a short little burst. And that makes it easier to handicap. It makes it easier to find winners. I've shown you that this week for damn sure. And so have many of the other handicappers here at the site. To me, the comparison would be to why baseball is the most profitable and the easiest sport to make money on from a betting perspective. Because you have tendencies, because you have teams playing 3-game and 4-game series, because you have teams playing 6 games in a week. It's not like in the college basketball regular season, where teams from the Pac-12 play Thursday and Saturday or Thursday and Sunday, or teams in the Big 12 play Big Monday and maybe they play on Wednesday. It's not like that. When you have so many games in a short burst, you're able to find the tendencies, you're able to find the patterns, you're able to see the teams that are going up the ladder, that have a couple of hot players, no different than when you have some hot hitters or hot pitchers in a baseball series, and it makes it easier from a gambling perspective. Yesterday, before I set the table here for today, and I have 2 free selections for you, one in college, Florida and Kentucky in the SEC tournament title game, and in the NBA on the Raptors and the Suns in Toronto. Before I set the table for you today, though, quick congratulations has to go out to Chris Jordan, who normally a 1,000-star play is his top-rated selection. Yesterday, ultra-rare 2,000-star college basketball release. How rare? 32 years he's been in the business. 32 years. That was only the 19th ever 2,000-star play. Matter of fact, it was just his second in the past 5 years, as he delivered last night with UCLA, the 5-point dog, getting the outright upset of Arizona in revenge in the Pac-12 title game, a game that I gave you as a free selection, in fact. And that was on the heels of cashing in last Saturday with his first 2,000-star play in 5 years when he gave you Nevada over UNLV. So congratulations going out to him. Another guy, Steve Buden's Brooklyn College Boys, over the past, dating back to 2 Saturdays ago. What a run they are on, because today they've got 50-dime winner number 10 out of 13 over the past 2 weeks. That's right. They've won 9 out of 12 so far. Yesterday, it was UCLA outright over Arizona. Today, it's their ACC Tournament Game of the Year, Duke and Virginia. Hey, how about Anthony Redd? Yesterday, you got his play, his 80-dime basketball winner, number 14 out of 21, his second in as many days on Louisville, second biggest play of the entire season, in fact, and you got it for just $34 thanks to a special promotion here. How about Trace Adams, 4th straight winning day, 4th straight 1,500-star Raise the Bar winner as well going today. He's been on a red-hot roll, and yours truly. 6 straight winning days and hitting 8 out of 9 college basketball releases in a 5-0 sweep the past couple of days. So it's been a hot run here through the tournaments for most of the handicappers here. Now, if I tell you the good, I got to tell you the bad. Yesterday, Gabriel DuPont was the half-price play of the day, and he went down in flames as he was on Creighton, leaving him with, 23 out of 27 winning days now, and with a net profit for $10 bettors of a little over $2,400 in that stretch, despite yesterday's loser. Listen, guys, I'm doing this video report in the middle of the night. So many of the handicappers, Anthony Red, Craig Davis, Chris Jordan, Scott Delaney, they don't have their plays up yet. Listen, and as I explained to you yesterday on my website, it's so difficult at this time of year when you don't always have lines on all your games the following day. Even though we all project the lines, it's nice to project your lines and then see what the actual number is in Vegas and then see where the public moves that number. If they do in the first half hour, it's on the board before making your bets and making your plays. So at this point, I can't tell you many of the promos that are available today, but again, just refer back to the homepage and you will see them as they become available. I can tell you $5 play of the day selections. There are 2 of them today. Matt Rivers, second biggest play of the year, 400,000 star winner, number 6 in a row. It's his ACC total of the year, part number 2 on Virginia Duke. The over-under, part number 1 was Virginia and Pittsburgh under, only by 20 points yesterday. Use coupon code Rivers5. And Jeff Benton, 59 winner, number 15 out of 21. Just hit a 59 play yesterday in college hoops, VCU. Today, 59 Western Conference total of the month, Warriors and Blazers. You get it for $5 by using coupon code Benton5, and you can save $23 off a single purchase here at the site by using coupon code SAVE23, SAVE23. Let's talk about the game between Kentucky and Florida. I think if you ask any coach, any talent evaluator, which team has the most talent, hands down it would be Kentucky in comparison between the Gators and the Wildcats. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Problem is, when you have all these one-and-done players, which Coach Cal has specialized in Lexington over the past few years, you don't have the chemistry that develops. You don't have the cohesiveness that develops, and consequently, you have so much inconsistency, and that's what has plagued Kentucky this season. But the Wildcats are playing with a little confidence now. Listen, they blew out Georgia and LSU the past 2 days. Big deal. Georgia and LSU. Not exactly the cream of the crop of the SEC, let alone college basketball. But hey, they got the job done. Playing in Atlanta, they beat Georgia 70-58 yesterday after hammering LSU 85-67. So a team that had lost 3 of its final 4 regular season games, playing with a little renewed confidence. And I think that's important today going in against the game against Florida, because you remember what happened at Gainesville last Saturday when they took on the Gators, and Florida took them to the woodshed, and that won 84-65, the final score after beating them in Lexington earlier this season by 10. You know the deal. Florida's won 10 straight games. 10 straight games. Jesus, what am I talking about? 25 straight games coming into this contest. But I think Florida wins this game, but I think Kentucky gets the cover. You saw how Tennessee's size really bothered the Gators yesterday, and they really struggled to put away the Volunteers in that contest. Final score in that game, 56-49. I just think that this is too many points for Florida to be laying today, and I think Kentucky plus the points is the way to go in the contest. Now, your other free selection, I'm going to take a look at the game. It goes at 1:05 Eastern Time, just about the same time as the Florida game does with Kentucky, and that's going to be Toronto and Phoenix. Every day I read all the NBA box scores, I look for trends, I look at the standings, and I ask myself, how the hell are the Toronto Raptors in first place? I look at that lineup and I go, how? I mean, why? Who knows? But they're in first place in the division, you know what I mean? Listen, they're coming off a 99-86 win at home Friday against the Memphis Grizzlies. They've won 11 of their last 14 overall. They've won 4 straight and 9 of their last 11 at home. And in those last 11 home games, it's been the defense that's been getting the job done. They're giving up just 91.3 points a game. Now, the Phoenix Suns arrive averaging 105.2 points a game this season. But the Suns are not playing very good ball here of late. Yes, they did open this road trip with an 87-80 win at Boston on Friday, but they had lost 3 in a row and 7 of 10 prior to beating the Celtics. Now, Toronto is a 5-point favorite today. Little on the hefty side, but I still think the Raptors are the play in this particular contest minus the points at home. Do I like them as much as Kentucky? To be honest with you, no. but it's still a solid free selection. So that'll do it, guys. Best of luck to you all, and I will catch you again on Monday when we do this once more. FYI, as I've done here over the past, I guess it's been 5 or 6 years, I will gather up all the handicappers. I will get their brackets for you and have them posted to the site, probably starting Tuesday morning. As they come in, we'll keep adding them to the site for the various handicappers. You'll see a link here on the site. And so you can see what our picks are in tournament brackets for the big dance coming up, and maybe use some of our advice in terms of filling out your brackets as well. Because, listen, the one thing I will always tell you, when it comes to brackets, most of you out there, I realize that you're into it, okay? But do you really know about half the teams that are playing in the brackets? Not that that guarantees that we're going to win more than you, but the one thing I can say as handicappers, that since the college basketball season started, we followed just about every single conference and just about every single team out there for betting purposes. So there's an awareness level, which I think is a little higher than most common folks out there. Now, that doesn't mean your 7-year-old can't just, pin the tail on the donkey and do a better bracket than any of us. But I do think it definitely offers us an advantage. So that's why I'd like to bring it in. Plus, let's have some fun. So I'll get them posted to the site starting on Tuesday. Oh, I can't wait to deal with the computer programmers. It's going to be a nightmare. But anyway, that'll do it, guys. Best of luck, and I'll catch you again on Monday morning.